Hey guys, and welcome to Film Study, where we analyze films in various ways to make you see it in a different concept, and change a part of a scene and figure out how the rest of the story would play out based on a single change in one scene.
Alright, quiet on the set.
We all know that Disney has a high reputation about their films and every one of them being spot on. However, there has been a change in their production of films, but we'll get into that a little later. Skydance Animation doesn't have a massive background as it only came into development in March 2017, parented by Skydance Media, which has a history of films like The Guilt Trip, World War Z, and the redo of Baywatch with Dwayne Johnson. A very broad range of genres of films and TV shows releasing in various places like theaters, Apple TV, or Amazon Prime. With these two animated films set to release this year, Luck and Spellbound, some seem to think that they will become a new competitor for Disney, especially after John Lasseter's introduction with the company. Aside from the allegations made to him, everyone knows that he is very talented when it comes to telling stories.
To make a great film, I believe you have to do three things really well. Tell a compelling story that is unpredictable, keeps the audience on the edge of their seat. You populate that story with really appealing and memorable characters.
It's been described by a lot of people as the Steamboat Willie of computer animation. And the reason is for the first time, a computer animated film was interesting to people and entertained people, not because of the mere fact it was made with a computer, but because of the story and the characters.
Before John came into this company, the genre was all over the place with what kinds of movies they were releasing. Normally, like Disney for example, they are focused on family-friendly live-action or animated films, as that's their motto. It came as no surprise that Skydance is beginning to expand their genre into animation, and with John's ability of storytelling, there could be some competition between these two. The plot to the film Luck reads, when an unlucky girl stumbles upon the never-before-seen world of good and bad luck, she teams up with magical creatures to uncover a force more powerful than even luck itself. And based on the pictures provided, it's safe to say that this film has potential. Even in the film's official movie poster, it reads, from the creative visionary behind Toy Story and Cars, really trying to push this film's visionary to the audience that this film is almost proven to be good or backed up by successful and known films like what it states. In an article from Cartoon Brew, John reveals his tactics for good storytelling, saying, quote, in storytelling, the timing of ideas and actions is important to the audience's understanding of the story at any point in time. It is important that the animation be timed to stay either slightly ahead of the audience's understanding of what's going on with the story or slightly behind. It makes the story much more interesting than staying even with the audience. With what we know about Luck and the little known about the plot, we can still read in between the lines to see that this is a story that could use this structure with the next two installments of the films they have in place. The second one being Spellbound, scheduled for release in November of this year. Another roadblock Disney was hit with was another producer from Pixar, also deciding to move into Skydance territory. Rich Moore, the director of Zootopia and Wreck-It Ralph, has recently signed a deal with Skydance to create, develop, and produce original animated features for the studio. Moore's hiring comes in the wake of the announcement that Skydance Animation will produce Brad Bird's Ray Gun, a long-held passion project for the Tomorrowland filmmaker that was originally developed at Warner Brothers Animation before he made his beloved The Iron Giant. He is yet another animator and producer to slowly slip through the hands of Skydance. He and John worked closely with each other for a long time, and I believe this is one of the reasons why he decided to move into the direction of a different genre of film. He has expressed interest in developing an animated Western or horror film. In 2019, Bird announced he was working with frequent collaborator Michael Giacchino on an original musical film that will contain about 20 minutes of animation in it. This year, it was announced that Brad will revive his long-dormant project, Ray Gun, for Skydance Animation. The animation portion of the studio is still in early stages, but there's no telling just how good these two upcoming films could be in the hands of John. I think there's a lot we can expect. For the future of both studios, I think they're going to create some good competitors alongside DreamWorks. But what do you guys think? Is there actual potential for another studio to develop award-winning, memorable Disney films just like Disney themselves, as Skydance now has a few producers on their side? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below.